a mystical death of a young man. Is his wife to blame? And what does a supernatural creature have to do with it all? Don't miss one of the most enigmatic investigations by the psychics. Welcome to Psychic Investigations, a project of exclusively true and gripping stories. Here, those who call themselves clairvoyants delve into complex criminal cases and extraordinary paranormal events. 50-year-old Olha Katolik looks at this photo every day, unable to hold back her tears.
He was my golden boy, my dear son.
Olha's son's name was Volodymyr. He was 33. He was handsome, intelligent, and strong. He and his wife lived in the neighboring town, but 2 years ago he passed away.
Volodymyr Katolik died of a brain aneurysm. It's an enlargement of the brain's blood vessels that can rupture, leading to internal bleeding and death.
Each year, around 2,000 people die from this condition. Yet, Olha insists her son never showed any symptoms. No headaches, no dizziness, or other warning signs.
He was strong and healthy. He never complained about anything. I couldn't imagine it would happen so suddenly.
It happened in August. Nothing foreshadowed tragedy. In the morning, Volodymyr came to visit his parents, who live in a town 50 kilometers from the town.
He and his father went to chop firewood. They chopped a trailer's worth, brought it home and unloaded it. Then his dad dropped him off at the bus, and he left.
Later that evening, Volodymyr's panicked wife called Olha. She said Volodymyr had collapsed on the doorstep unconscious. An ambulance took him away.
He fell into a stage 3 coma, which people rarely survive.
But Olha refuses to believe her son's death was accidental because, a month before the tragedy, when Volodymyr and his wife Tetiana visited, Olha found something disturbing under the pillows they slept on.
This was the bed they slept on. I was making it one day, and when I lifted a pillow, I found a bread figurine under each one, wrapped in handkerchiefs. Head, arms, neck, torso, legs. When I saw them, I started shaking. I quickly put them back and ran outside.
For 2 years since Volodymyr's death, Olha has never found peace because she suspects her daughter-in-law was involved.
His wife, she's involved. She's responsible.
However, Olha doesn't know why Tetiana would do that. Ever since Volodymyr's death, Tetiana has been avoiding all contact with his family. As such, his mother turned to the people with supernatural abilities.
I want them to come and find the truth.
Volodymyr's younger sisters, Marina and Irina, supported the idea. Clairvoyant Kayal Alekperov and medium Dilaram Saparova take up the investigation. They head to the village where Olha lives.
Stop! Driver, I think you just hit someone.
There's no one there.
I saw someone. It was a man. He was standing on the road.
There's no one, Kayal.
He's heading that way. Follow me.
Kayal, where are you going?
It's a young man's spirit. He's calling me.
Kayal brings us to a cemetery. But why?
This is the son of the woman we're going to meet.
It seems unbelievable, but the psychics are indeed at Volodymyr's grave.
The spirit keeps repeating, death by sin. Very strange. He shows me a dead little boy and then his right arm. There's a mark like tiger claws dug into him. But this wasn't an ordinary tiger. The creature doesn't exist in nature. But somehow this is the being that killed him.
I see a woman next to him. She's beautiful, petite, slim, and graceful. But inside, she's dark. Could she be somehow connected to his death?
The description matches Volodymyr's wife, Tetiana. Could she truly be involved in her husband's death? But why? They were so passionately in love.
They were always side by side, like needle and thread.
Tetiana is 36 years old now. She works as a nurse. 10 years ago, she happened to meet Volodymyr in a local park, and they fell in love right away.
Volodymyr truly loved Tetiana tenderly. He bought her flowers, jewelry, rings, earrings.
They dated for about a year, got married, and lived in a small dorm room. They were happy. So could Volodymyr's tragic death somehow be linked to the woman he loved so deeply?
I saw he was gloomy and asked, "Son, is something wrong?" He said, "Mom, I'm getting a divorce." I asked him to think carefully, but he filed for divorce.
But Volodymyr didn't live to finalize the divorce. Just months later, rumors reached Olha that Tetiana had been cheated on him.
I have no doubt she was unfaithful.
So could Tetiana have truly been behind Volodymyr's death? But why would she want him gone?
The spirit wants us to visit his mother's home.
Within 15 minutes, the psychics arrive at Olha's home.
Hello?
Hello. Come in, please. We've been waiting for you.
We're deeply sorry for your loss.
As soon as we stepped into the yard, I had a vision. I saw fangs, like those of a beast.
What was it? And how might it be connected to Volodymyr's death?
Your son's spirit, he pointed to you and showed me you crying.
Indeed, every single day, Olha Katolik reflects on her son's life, from his birth to the moment of his death. Volodymyr was hardworking since he was a little boy. He dedicated his life to the armed forces of Ukraine.
After his service, he studied to be a warrant officer and served 2 more years.
But military service didn't offer much income, so Volodymyr left for work abroad.
He was gone for 6 or maybe 9 months. He sent money home regularly.
After returning, Volodymyr struggled to find permanent work. Recently, he took on renovation jobs and occasional shifts at a gas station.
You blame a woman for your son's death.
Yes.
She brought something like dolls or effigies into your home.
Olha immediately understood that Dilaram Saparova is talking about the strange bread figures she found under Volodymyr's pillow a month before his death.
May we go there?
Volodymyr's sisters Marina and Irina have just arrived. They are also convinced that his death was caused by some kind of magical influence.
Hello.
Marina.
I'm Irina. We're glad to see you.
Where exactly did you find those figures? Was it here?
They got up early in the morning. I was making the bed. I moved the pillow, and there, wrapped in a handkerchief, was a little bread figure. I quickly covered it up and walked outside. I didn't say a word.
To this day, the mother can't forgive herself for not asking anyone about the strange find, believing she could have saved Volodymyr.
Do you have your daughter-in-law's photo? I don't sense any intent to kill coming from this woman.
Really? She always got into things where she didn't belong.
She constantly threatened to curse him. Whenever he wanted to go somewhere, she followed him. He'd said, "Let me go alone," but she'd reply, "Careful or I'll curse you so you won't go anywhere."
But we didn't think much of it.
Could Tetiana truly have caused her husband's death?
I'm a believer, and I can't accuse someone without being sure. What's more, I'm sorry, but I feel your son may not have treated his wife very well. He made some kind of mistake.
To verify what they sensed, the psychics decide to visit Volodymyr's wife.
Before his death, something was tormenting him deeply, and he felt that death was hunting him.
He was terrified of something. But it seems he didn't even understand what.
I'd like to meet her personally.
She may be home or not. She won't speak to us.
But she managed to drive him to the grave, didn't she?
Dilaram, please, let's not jump to conclusions.
He, a healthy grown man, comes home and suddenly falls ill? What else could it be?
But why? For that stupid room? I would have given it all. May she take everything but give me back my son.
According to Olha Katolik, Volodymyr's wife may have wanted him dead because of a small room in the dormitory the couple bought together 10 years ago. After his death, the 17-meter room was supposed to go to Tetiana. Olha took her daughter-in-law to court, but only received a quarter of the space. Tetiana paid compensation. So could Olha's suspicions be well-founded?
My goodness.
Water. Careful, careful, dear. Easy, darling. Easy now. That's it. That's it.
Give me some water.
Just then, Volodymyr's father, Serhiy, came home from work.
Let's all sit down for a moment so Olha can feel better, and then we'll go.
Let's do it. Has she ever had an episode like this before?
Only at the funeral when they brought him.
Olha insists that the day her son was buried, strange phenomena occurred and nearly 100 people witnessed them.
When we arrived at the cemetery, it was sunny. Then a howling wind rose, and lightning. As they began covering him with earth, a deafening thunderclap and then a downpour that lasted 10 minutes. And then it was sunny again.
That was a warning. A sign that dark forces had touched him.
But what was the force that took the man's life?
We need to investigate to understand what happened, to see what this was. Are we ready to go?
Yes, she'll flee. You'll see. She won't be there.
We'll find out now. We'll see.
Olha is feeling better, so the psychics head to her daughter-in-law's home. What will they sense there? Is Tetiana involved in Volodymyr's death?
They carried him out from here.
Hearing commotion in the corridor, one of Tetiana's neighbors comes outside.
Hello. Have you seen your neighbor today?
No, I haven't come out.
It seems she's not home. Do you have her phone number?
Yes.
Hello, Tetiana. I'm a psychic. We've come to see you. We're investigating your husband's death. Could we speak to you, please?
No, I'm not home. Tell my mother-in-law and all the relatives they're driving me mad.
How can you say that?
I don't want any of this. They've exhausted me emotionally. I don't want to see anyone.
It's unclear if the call was dropped or if Tetiana hung up intentionally, but she no longer answers the psychic's calls.
That means she's hiding something.
Dilaram, please calm down. She's clearly afraid of something.
She made these figurines.
Please show me her photo. The figurines you found under your son's pillow. Tetiana did make them, yes, but not to kill him. They were connected to something else, something deeply personal. Wait, she couldn't have children.
And that's true.
Volodymyr wanted children. But it turned out that Tatiana couldn't conceive.
That struggle eventually began to erode the marriage.
His first question was always, "What am I living for if we don't have children?"
Could Tatiana have truly turned to magic? Trying anything possible to get pregnant?
That was the darkness I'd seen, her infertility. But she had hope. Faith means a lot. She wanted to give him a child.
She's not responsible for Volodimir's death.
Then why is she avoiding the psychics?
Your son may have hurt her emotionally. I sense betrayal. With someone he once loved. I see the letter N.
It's painful for Olha and Marina, but they admit, shortly before his death, Volodymyr met another woman.
He came to me and said, "Mom, I met Natalia. I'm going to marry her." His marriage with Tatiana was falling apart. I thought they'd marry, have children, and he'd flourish. His life would have changed.
Natalia was Volodymyr's first girlfriend. He met her before joining the army.
His first love. He loved her deeply.
They had dated for a year but broke up before he enlisted. Almost 10 years later, they met again, and the feelings returned. Not long after, Tatiana found out.
She once told me, "He's cheating on me." I don't know if it was cheating or if he had simply met his true soulmate.
Tatiana cut ties with Volodymyr's family because she felt betrayed and humiliated.
But what truly caused Volodymyr's death, and who, if anyone, is responsible?
I'm sensing very heavy energy.
Dilaram Saparova enters a trance. What is she sensing?
Dilaram, what's happening?
Dilaram, what's wrong?
I need a tree. Something is pulling me down this road.
This is incredible. The road Dilaram is walking is the exact route Volodymyr took to work every day.
Bring water.
Where is the tree?
What tree are you looking for?
The tree. I must find the tree.
She's hearing a growl. It's the same sound that haunted Volodymyr in life.
He suffered terribly from it. He heard growling. He hid and cried. He was desperate to escape it. The beast tried to attack him.
But what beast? And how is it connected to Volodymyr's sudden death?
This is where he worked.
It seems Dilaram is no longer controlling herself.
Dilaram, what is it?
Why did he come here?
In his final months, Volodymyr suffered horribly. He experienced attacks just like the one Dilaram is having now. When he felt them coming on, he would run from work to that tree.
Volodymyr never told anyone about his condition. But if this is true, what was tormenting him?
What happened?
He sat here like a beast, howling. Just like an animal. He suffered badly.
What do Dilaram's strange visions mean? And how do they connect to Volodymyr's mysterious death?
The beast tried to attack him, but Volodymyr found refuge by this tree. In those moments, he regained a bit of himself.
He knew he would die soon. He sensed it.
He hurried to do everything before it was late.
I feel it again, like tiger claws tearing at my hand. Did your son have a mark here? A tattoo? A sword? And a tiger's maw?
As it turns out, the deceased had a tattoo on his right shoulder.
Volodymyr had a tattoo of a tiger descending along a sword. He never showed it off.
A tattoo is a grave sin because God doesn't give us a body for us to disfigure it.
But tattoos are a common thing these days. So why did death claim Volodymyr?
This tattoo was not ordinary. He didn't choose the picture randomly. It was a sign. Your son was a killer.
He killed a child.
Not in this life, but in his past life. He violently stabbed a little boy, just 2 years old. And the man was then killed by a tiger. In his previous incarnation, Volodymyr was a brutal man. He hated people. A large family lived nearby. Parents, children. One day, he encountered one of the neighbor's sons. No one else was around. The boy smiled at him, and it enraged the man so deeply that he killed the child. But he paid for this crime later. On a hunt, a tiger attacked and tore him apart. When we reincarnate, we don't remember our past lives, but fragments sometimes return. Volodymyr remembered only the tiger. That tiger haunted him because in this life, he was meant to atone for past sins. And that meant he wasn't supposed to father children.
He longed to be with a woman who could give him a child. That's why death claimed him.
As he dreamed of children, the tiger pursued him. That tiger was the force that led him into the world of the dead. You must burn the tattoo's image as a symbol of new life. Volodymyr will return to this world soon. The heavens are granting him another chance.
You are my saviors. I'm so grateful. I feel as though a burden has been lifted.